You might have seen the TES have recently launched a campaign called Let Them Teach, which is a campaign about it's exposing how non-EU foreign teachers have been unable to obtain visas and how many of them are being sent back to the countries, leaving and fueling the recruitment crisis. You're saying heads are being prevented from hiring talented teachers from abroad. They've already finding it impossible to fill vacancies, and some teachers are having difficulties getting their visas removed. So I wondered what your thoughts were on that, and whether you have been in touch with the Home Office to discuss this problem, because this is contributing to the recruitment crisis that we're currently facing.
So look, I welcome what's happening on taking NHS doctors and nurses out of the Tier 2 visa cap, because that creates more space, as it were, for other professions, which of course includes teachers. And there are also some subjects that are on the shortage occupation list, and therefore have a special treatment anyway. And of course, EU nationals aren't affected by this. This is only for recruitment from outside the EU. There have not been that many times when the cap has been hit, and I think it would be. I don't think it would be right to think that a large part of the recruitment challenge that we have is to do with this area. But it is the case that with the changes that come in, I think on the 6th of July, that will create more headroom for the teaching profession.
Currently, there's only teachers in 4 subjects: maths, physics, computer science and Mandarin, that are on the shortage list.
Yes.
But it's not just about fueling the recruitment crisis, it's also, as you can imagine, for children, very disruptive to their learning if their teacher has to leave partway through the year because they can't get their visa renewed when they've already potentially been teaching in that school for a number of years. And very unfair, and surely that should be something you should be talking to the Home Office about, that people who are coming to our country and they're working here,
as I say,
teaching our children,
we have talked about it.
Something should be done about getting them the visas that they need.
So as I say, we have talked about it, and there are changes coming in which will relieve the pressure on the cap.
So what
on the
about
Tier
all
2
teachers
visas
being on the shortage occupation list then?
Well, we have a system. We have the Migration Advisory Committee, which advises government on shortage areas in the economy and on general issues around immigration and the economy.
But we're 8,000 primary teachers short.
And well, Thelma, yes, but we
they're
don't.
Not on the list.
You have to think about where teachers sort of come from to fill those vacancies. And in fact, we don't actually do very much recruitment from abroad. We don't actually even do British schools don't actually do that much recruitment from EU countries.
No.
Let alone countries outside the EU. We do need more people to apply for teacher training. But as I was saying to Emma, although of course for individual cases this is distressing, and I understand that, and with the changes coming, I say at the start of July, that will make a material difference, because it will increase the headroom in the tier 2 category. But for filling those vacancies in teacher training, getting people into teaching, getting them to come back to teaching, and so on, that our challenge there lies somewhere else.